Hello everyone, and welcome to my first ever gameplay video. I'll be playing Hades 2, which was just released in full yesterday. I am very excited to play this. It's been out in pre-release for months. I've played it extensively, and just eagerly anticipating the full release. Super psyched for this. As a gamer with several jobs, a baby son, and a new mortgage, I don't have a great deal of time to play, but I'll be doing my best to post videos regularly, at least hopefully a few times per week. Bells and whistles for this whole thing, like splash screens and whatnot, will hopefully come in time. I won't bore you with a ton of details about me, but you can find some in the channel description if you care. I will say for now, though, that my commentary will be focused mostly on story and plot, like providing some limited context from Greek mythology, commenting on the narrative, things like that, because that's my brand of game appreciation, immersion within the stories. Not really power gaming, not really theory crafting, min-maxing, all that stuff. So I won't be doing too much with gameplay tips or strategies, but I will indeed address the fundamentals, things that I do know, tactical things, not so much strategy, that occur to me. And yeah, I'll share those and help you along if you're coming to this franchise or this kind of game fresh. So finally, full disclosure concerning Hades 2. Though it is brand new, as I said a few seconds ago, it has been around for a long time on pre-release, and I have already played it extensively, completed all of the pre-release content. But I will be approaching it with fresh eyes, a fresh playthrough, kind of pretending it's new for me, so you'll be able to appreciate it in that way with me. I won't be spoiling anything from this game, and of course there should be brand new 1.0 content that will be new for me too. I will, however, be making references to the first Hades game, including spoilers from that, so do keep that in mind if you haven't played that one yet. And if you haven't played that one yet, I highly recommend you do so. It's really, really great. It's a feast. So, right, let's get to the game. Here we are at the start screen. We are looking at Melinoë, the daughter of Hades, god of the Underworld, and of Persephone, the goddess of spring, or plants and cultivation. If you go, and fun fact, if you go way, way back, Persephone was actually the bigger deal. The early pre-Greek tradition, she was the real player, a very extremely powerful underworld deity or general deity, far mightier than Hades. This game uses the more traditional, conventional Greek mythological idea of her, though. So you, the gamer, the player, are Melinoë, the protagonist, and you are the younger sister of the protagonist from the first Hades game, Zagreus. And by the way, both of these characters are indeed real from the mythology, both Zagreus and Melinoë. They're not commonly known, a common passive knowledge of Greek mythology doesn't turn up these names, but they are real. However, their origins and nature have been simplified tremendously for the game. So that doesn't really concern us, just a little fun fact. I'll be doing that a lot throughout the games, so throughout any of the games I play. So here we go. You are Melinoë, daughter of Hades and Persephone. That's all we need to know now. Let us go. Play, new save, and begin.
Few tales are told of Hades, whose reign as grim lord of the dead came to a sudden end when all at once his past caught up with him. But gods do not go quietly, and history repeats. So this tale was only a matter of time.
I wonder what that could mean.
Death to Kronos.
Okay, so some things have just been dropped in the middle of this wooded area.
Vengeance for my family.
Death to Kronos, Melinoë says, vengeance for my family. So apparently something's happened to her family, to Hades. And we saw that this is apparently Erebus. The map told us that at the beginning. Erebus is the place where it's kind of a purgatory for Greek mythology. It's in between the living world and the underworld, where souls called shades in this game go to await final appointment for where they're going to spend eternity. Erebus was in the first game, but it was kind of a dungeonish area. This is a woodland area, and that's kind of interesting. So, fun fact, Erebus was actually the name of a god as well, sometimes known as the god of gloom, sometimes a word used to describe this region. So let's go on. We see lots of stuff here. I've got a staff. We got some attacks. We've got some ranged attacks, and I'll be explaining the basic game commands in a more controlled environment a little later, so I'll just say what I need to say right now for basic understanding. So attack, ranged or special attack, and then this cast, which throws down a casting circle at Melinoë's feet. I'm playing on PC, so it's left click for attack, right click for special, and Q for special for the casting circle. A spacebar executes a dash, a really quick run through here, and you can also attack while dashing. Some of the terrain is destructible as well. So here, there's nothing to see. It's just an empty area. Okay, this restores something. I'll press it. No need, because here in the bottom left, you see health is 30 and magic is 50. And that takes us to a certain type of attack that I'll get to a little bit later. A certain type of attack uses magic. Regular attacks do not. So here we have a little door marked with a sigil, and this is barring my exit, so I have to go through. This is going to describe the reward I get if I complete the next chamber successfully. Let's do it. Some enemies. Okay.
Souls. I'll make the Titan pay.
This one has a really big wind-up, but telegraphs it pretty clearly. Just gonna knock him down. Drop some coin for me.
Hold still.
The value of this summoning circle is it roots enemies there. They cannot move while they're inside. Most enemies cannot move while they're inside the circle. And there are other things that it can do as well. So I'm gonna root it right here. That enemy is stuck until the circle expires. Again, I'll be talking about the commands in a little later.
This is my father's realm.
Okay, so I beat all the enemies here. And again, it's just dropped me in the middle of the action here. I've got no context, no background. And I see this kind of sigil here, and I can choose to accept it. I wonder what it is.
Just a spell. It's just another spell. 10 words. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
So it is a message of sorts.
Greetings from Olympus and well met there, Sunshine. Look, we can't get to the Titan, but if you truly mean to stop him, then the least I can do is light your way down.
Okay, so we have a message from Apollo, the god of light, also the god of skill and of music and of a whole bunch of other stuff. Kind of confusing, actually, in the Greek pantheon. What can't he do? But so greetings from Olympus. Okay, his words and will often reflect sun and light themes. So he's addressed to me as sunshine. He can lighten my way down. So here we learn some things. We can't get to the Titan directly. So we being the rest of the Olympians, like Apollo. So we're trying to attack or fight a Titan, okay? And I'm going down. I know that. He wants to light my way down via these boons. This is what the Olympians do. When you receive these messages, these are some of the room rewards from the dungeons, and they are boons. So Apollo, flavor text here, he has yet to find a skill at which he does not excel. So each time you receive a boon, you can choose from 3, themed from the according to the deity giving it to you. And these boons last for the rest of the run, unless you replace them. Talk more about that later. And they enhance some of your abilities and attacks, other things. This one means my attacks deal more damage, 40% more damage in a larger area. This one enhances my sprint, which is the fast running that happens after you dash, by 15%, so 15% faster, and all surrounding foes as I sprint will have daze, which if you look on the right, I can't really show you because, because it disappears, but on the right, daze is a curse afflicted on enemies. They have a 20% chance to deal no damage, and it lasts 9 seconds. That's nice. Or this one, Lucid Gain, whenever your casts expire, that's the circle you throw down, restore some mana, some magic. I'm going to keep calling it mana because I'm an old school RPG player. Mana is everywhere, but it's magic in this game. So I'm going to get the simplest of these, the most kind of passive of these, just attack. Let's do more damage in my attack. Boom.
They need my aid. I'll see if I need theirs.
they being the Olympians. So now you can see when I attack, I've got a little light effect going on there, does more damage, and a wider area. Great. Looks like my reward from the next room is going to be this, whatever this is. Let's find out.
Caskets.
So I'm not spending too much time explaining what I'm doing because I will later go through the commands and the types of attacks, how to use them in detail. But right now I'm just going to try and get as far as I can. And what have we got here? Okay, hasn't told us, but we can press I for inventory. Boom. And it says a reagent, meaning it's a fancy word for ingredient, really. And looks like
I'll need these soon enough.
Looks like I have 5 ashes, mostly used for unlocking Arcana cards. Common reward for clearing encounters in Erebus and beyond. Remains of the dead and buried, which yet possess a spark of something there. Cool. So this is going to be my habit, by the way. I'm going to read flavor text, read out loud things that are available in text, and I'm going to stay well out of the way of any voices, any voiceovers, any dialogue, and let the game speak for itself. So that's going to be my style. Okay, heavy-ish, light-ish commentary, but never eclipsing what the game's doing. All right, so I have a choice here. This reward, which looks like a fruit of some kind. This looks like a gold coin of some kind. Let's try out the fruit. Okay. Some of these enemies are in yellow. You can see they have a yellow health bar. That means they are elite. They are guarded. You have to break through their armor before you can start to damage them directly.
A palm of power.
Palm of power. Palm for pomegranate. Let's pick it up. And what that does is increases a boon from level by +1 level. In this case, from level 1 to level 2, makes it better. My damage boon buff goes from +40 to +60. And it's the only one I can choose, so we're going to do it. Palm of power in each and every seed, like a drop of blood, life as well as death. This is linked to the myth of Persephone, who is, again, our mother, Melinoë's mother, when she was kidnapped and brought to the Underworld, according to some traditions. Not this game's tradition, but she ate pomegranates, was tricked into doing so, and for each pomegranate seed she ate, she had to spend 1 month in the Underworld, and that is why we have winter, according to the myths. She's the goddess of spring and the nature and fertility and a whole bunch of things, is trapped in the Underworld for a period of a few months, and that's why we have winter up above. So that's why the pomegranate is going on here. It's significant thematically. Boom.
These still grow in the Underworld.
The game's tradition of Persephone holds that she was not kidnapped. She came willingly, fell in love with Hades over time. This is all from the first game. And that is indeed supported by some versions of the mythology which hold that their relationship is quite a bit healthier and less toxic than most of the Olympians' deities' relationships. So what's going to be here? Okay, well, this is our next room reward. Let's see what it is. Spindles. Okay. I'm going to use my ranged attack for these to stay out of the way. So you can see my attack is doing a great deal of damage because it's been buffed by Apollo and by the Palm of Power. Okay, what are these? 50...
Always need bones, just not precisely now.
50 bones. Okay, let's check them out. Another reagent, mostly used to trade for more valuable resources. Common reward for clearing encounters in Erebus and beyond. The remains of mortals past hold a certain value in the Underworld. Okay. So next we have a choice between, looks like a bag with a face on it and a skull and the trident sigil. A skull denotes a mini-boss called Wardens in the game. Yeah, let's try it out. Okay. Root Stalker. She's got a lot of armor, and she shoots these thorns at you, which are quite annoying. Hey, wow, I took a lot of damage there, and there are these vines surrounding her. Okay, but if you can get close to her, evade the thorns,
Foul
pierce
spirit.
the armor, you can dispatch her fairly quickly. So let's see whom we have here.
You're one of my father's brothers, aren't you? Then help him. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Okay, the trident can mean only one person.
Long-lost niece, you live! We thought you met the same fate as your father, and your mother, and your brother. Oh. Well, how about we turn the tide and exact terrible revenge for poor old Hades and his kin?
Okay, so we got some lore here, some plot. This is Poseidon, god of the sea, one of the most well-known Olympian deities. He's addressed me with surprise. I live. Okay, so they thought I had met the same fate as Hades, my father, Persephone, my mother, and Zagreus, my brother. So the Olympians think that we're all dead. Okay, and suggests we exact revenge for poor old Hades. So something has happened to Hades and my family, Melinoë's family. Okay. By the way, Poseidon is often the comic relief. He's kind of the oafish deity. In the first game, he's kind of a fool, a funny fool. They toned it down a little bit in the second game, but his commentary is often quite funny, nevertheless. So. Okay, unsurprising, his boons are all about water power. Boons of Poseidon, the vast seas roil when he wills it thus, and the mountains tremble. So this is a sprint boon. This would empower my sprint ability so that when I run into an enemy, boom, a blast knocks him back. This one makes my Omega moves. I haven't talked about Omega moves. I will shortly. The ones that use magic. When I use one, it makes me restore magic that I use in that attack, and it can be repeated after 8 seconds. And the restoring period is 5 minutes long. This one turns minor finds and coins that I find makes them more valuable, and I get a smattering of bones, coin, and some health restore right now, plus 75%. This one is really great, I find, for longer runs. But this run is not going to last very long. I'm weak. I don't have any abilities accrued yet. So just to show you what a sprint move looks like, I'm going to pick this one up. You'll also see that these are in different colors. This one is blue for rare. This one's purple for epic. That is the rarity level. There are 4. Regular, such as the 3 I got from Apollo before. Rare in blue. Purple, epic, and heroic in red. And this is the level. They obviously have much greater effect the greater the rarity is, and they benefit more from palms of power that raise their level when they're higher rarity. So you've got 2 things going on. You've got the level of a boon and the rarity of a boon. So let's check out this epic one here.
May all our enemies drown.
So you'll see now when I run, I've got this wave in front of me, and when I crash into an enemy, boom, it does damage. If you press B on PC, by the way, you can see the weapon you're wielding, and you can see the boons here, listing the level, and in level 2 for my strike, and normal one. You can see it's outlined in no particular color, just the black here. This one is in purple and level 1 because it does not denote a different level. So that's how you can see the rarity and the level of the boons. Okay, got something on the ground here.
Good find.
What is this? Okay. A greenery. This is moly or molly. I need to check the pronunciation. I've forgotten now. Mostly used with incantations involving dispelling and nullification. Gathered by hand in Erebus, these small pale petals belie the bloody origins of this powerful yet black-rooted bloom. Wow, a lot of consonation there. Pale petals belie the bloody, powerful, black-rooted bloom. Okay. Moly is highly significant in Greek mythology. This was one of the most powerful reagents used by various sorceresses in doing their magic. So we've got one now. Cool. Looks like a heart of some sort awaits us as the next reward. Should I survive? I'm going to use the terrain here. When you hit a tree or something, it can hurt the enemy behind it. Boom.
Fall back to dust.
And you'll see my sprint. Boom, I just sprinted into them and paid for it, but wanted to show you what that's like. Did some damage, okay. Cool.
Centaur heart.
Centaur Heart. Okay, when I get this, I pick this up, I gain plus 25 to current and max health. You'll see that. Boom. Centaurs are chosen for that. In Greek mythology, centaurs are known for their virility, fortitude, constitution, that kind of thing. All right, so, okay, I got a new sigil denoting another Olympian deity or some coin. Well, whenever possible, you want more and more boons, more boons, more boons. So,
Whalers.
I'm also not really talking through what these enemies do yet because I'm waiting for a later point. You'll see what I mean later. Melinoë is rather chatty during combat. She likes to talk to her enemies.
Enough of this.
Okay. I will be variously, by the way, referring to Melinoë as me and I, or as Melinoë, or as you. They're all relevant. So, yep.
I thought the fire goddess never got involved. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Never got involved.
Well, look at you, hot stuff. Come to help the elderly. Oh, what a good girl you are. And here I was, just about to burn this whole blasted place to the ground myself. Now, here's a little warm-up for ya.
Okay. Hestia, goddess of the hearth. Okay, clearly a fire deity. You can see she's wearing a hat of glowing coals, or a urn of some sort, holding glowing coals. There's fire going on with her. She's got a nice accent, not really a Greek accent. We can forgive the game that because it's fun. Come to help the elderly. So she's one of the old ones, I guess. Okay, she's going to give me a fire-based boon. Boons of Hestia, the eldest, most reclusive Olympian, has fire in her heart. So she's the matriarch in a way, the oldest of them. So you got three. Okay, casts. This one would affect my cast, the casting circle on the ground, inflicting scorch on foes therein. Scorch is a curse that it does 40 damage every second. The tooltip on the right says afflicted foes take 100 damage every second. I'm not sure if that's a little bug or what, but regardless, enemies are hurt. It's a dot damage over time effect, inflicting damage every second. This one is one of the boons that restores magic. Every time my attack or special deals damage, I get 4 magic back. Cool. Or this one, my Omega Special, still haven't talked about that yet, launches a fireball in addition to whatever else it does, but costs plus 10 magic to use. I'm going to go with cast. I quite like this cast. Not my favorite, but...
Whew, that almost burns.
So you can see when I throw this down, suddenly there's fire going on here. It doesn't hurt me, but it will hurt enemies. Love this little web trio of beings here. Okay, so I can choose between this thing. Do we know what this thing is yet? Yes, that's right. Ashes. I can choose between ashes or bones, and I'm going to want ashes. Again, it requires me to survive. So here's my casting circle. And now it traps the enemies there, as before. It still retains that ability, but now it does damage on them as well. You can see the enemies' hit points ticking down. You can only use the cast once while it's still up. Only one at a time can be active. When it expires, you can use it again. Ouch. Alright, 5 more ashes.
Ash of the dead.
Okay, another palm of power or some health. Let's get a palm of power. I'll mention this later, but one good thing to do with casts is ones that deliver damage and inflict damage. When you see an enemy starting to spawn, you just run over, use the cast there, and the moment they pop in, they're being afflicted by its damage. You've seen me do that a few times already. Okay, I could buff any of these by 1. I've said this: the higher the rarity level, the more a Boon benefits from raising its palm level from level 1 to 2. So, however, that's less interesting to me than getting the cast up. I quite like relying on this cast. So let's get this from 1 to 2, moving from 40 to 60 scorch damage every second. And now I've got another boom. Wait, there's another of these. Moly, there's the pronunciation. Moly, gotta remember that. You also see urns lying around in chests, and as anyone who grew up playing Zelda knows, you gotta break every urn you find. Just can't break that habit now, decades later. Okay, so let's choose another Poseidon boon versus this one. The more boons, the better, as rule of thumb. See, the sprint attack is strong enough to deal enemies without me even needing to do anything. I just run into them. Pretty nice.
It's Poseidon. In the name of Hades.
So no new dialogue. Generally speaking, each Olympian deity, when they speak to you before giving you a boon, will speak once per run. Run is the noun used for making, going and trying to do what Melinoë is trying to do. You go on various runs before you return to a home base. So 1 dialogue per run per deity, unless there's some things that can cause a second dialogue, but that's why we're not getting any talking now. So this one affects my special ability, the ranged ability, giving it a splash that knocks other foes away. It's great for keeping foes at arm's length. This one we saw before, can restore mana, magic. And this one is really, really strong. But I'll talk about priming later. I don't want to get this. I want to get a special attack so that both my attacks and my special abilities have special effects.
A wave of power.
Okay. So you can see now there's a little blue effect going on when I shoot my distance strike. Okay, so we got the choice between a bag and this. Let's go for the bag and talk about what's behind here. Got some new music started up.
That breathing.
Not Darth Vader's breathing, but ominous nonetheless. Okay, destroy stuff that's there just because, old habit. And we see several things for sale. 100 coin, 50 coin, 150 coin, and this intimidating gentleman with an exclamation mark, indicating he wishes to speak in tried and true RPG fashion. Let's go up and talk. And I use talk loosely because this is what he does. He grunts at you. This is Charon, the Stygian boatman. You can see holding a shattered coin in his hand, a gilded oar, lots of rings, spooky gentleman with an amazing hat. Charon is, and I love this word, forgive me, I have to use it, he is the psychopump of Greek mythology, the being that is responsible for carrying souls across the mortal boundary from the living realm to the realm of the dead. And psychopomp is such a great word. I remember learning it and the first thing that popped into my head years and years ago is that something like psychotic cheerleaders, like a pom-pom pomp. So I can't get that out of my head. And now whenever I see or think about a psychopomp while studying mythology, I think of a psychotic cheerleader. Very far away from what Charon is. Anyway, let's continue.
I'm in your debt, Lord Charon. These provisions surely shall make all the difference in my task. What gold I find is yours.
So he's the merchant that can meet with you several times out here and sell you stuff. Cool. All right, let's go ahead and purchase a boon. Why not? I could benefit from health as well, but In fact, I think that's going to be better for me with what lies beyond. You see what lies beyond? This devil horn face. This is the boss of the realm lying ahead. Let's go ahead and get some health in this case. Okay. Alright, so I can no longer afford the boon. That's quite alright. Let's see what lies behind this ominous doorway.
Farewell, Lord Charon.
Oh.
Headmistress.
There she is. You reached the edge of Erebus already. You have surpassed my expectations, Melinoë.
Okay, so headmistress, witch of the Crossroads, named Hecate. Hecate is the goddess of, or the deity, or the entity, I should say. Her exact nature changes by tradition, but kind of the head witch responsible for sorcery and the moon and curses and alchemy, all sorts of stuff. Associated with a region called the Crossroads, kind of halfway between the mortal realm and the Underworld. So I address her as headmistress. That's interesting. I have surpassed her expectations. So we have some sort of relationship. And by the way, I'm at the edge of Erebus. Okay.
Thank you, Headmistress Hecate, for all your guidance and the compliment.
So I guess she's been a teacher to me of sorts.
It was not a compliment, merely a point of fact. Though I would see firsthand a demonstration of your capability.
My capability? You'd have us face each other here, even though my task has already begun.
Okay, so she wants to fight me here. Is she on my side or not? Interesting. My task has already begun, so apparently I'm on a quest of some sorts.
Your training shall never be complete. And I would know if you stand any chance at all against our enemy.
So, okay. Got some pretty epic music starting up. She's been training me, apparently. She wants to know if I'm going to be good enough to succeed against our enemy. Pop quizzes, right? They suck. You never get away from them. All right, let's do it. Okay, so... Oh, now there are 3 of her. Interesting. She has some abilities, mostly one-directional, but when she splits into 3, only one of them can take damage. The other 2 are just projections, so you gotta find which one it is. The 3 is significant, by the way. In many of mythological traditions, Hecate is one of those deities that exists in triple guise. Although there's someone who exemplifies that better in Greek mythology. We'll see that later. So she summoned some sisters here, enemies, and she is protected from all harm until I defeat them. But I have done so here we go again. More of this. Okay, these are slow moving. Okay. I don't think I will, thank you. Okay. Oh, what is this? She's... Just for fun, I'll let it hit me. Check it out. She cursed me, turned me into a sheep. I can't attack. Well, I can, but for negligible damage, and just gotta run until it expires. She's got all these meteors raining down upon me. No! Ah. Ouch. Okay, so she's still invulnerable until I dispense with the ads. Ads, by the way, if you're not a gamer of RPGs and MMOs, ads just means additional enemies. Oops, that wasn't the real her. I thought that was silly. Ouch. So that attack comes back to her. Okay. Oh,
You fought with diligence and with ferocity. But surely there is more for you to learn beyond this threshold.
okay, so it's not a duel to the death, obviously. We halted it before the killing blow could be landed.
I look forward to it, Headmistress. What about you? Can you not join me?
No, I dare not stray too far from our abode. Continue now your task. I shall await your safe return.
Okay, so our abode. Apparently, I live with her. We're in the same place, so she's kind of like the headmistress, head of training, and whatever we're doing. Okay,
Thank you, Headmistress.
so she
I
disappears
passed the test.
and left behind one of these.
Cinder.
Some cinder. Let's check that out. That is also a reagent. Mostly used with incantations involving fire and preservation. An ember of potential, used but unspent, fallen from an ancient flame. Cool. All right. So, cool. Looks like I defeated the first region, Erebus. Let's go down, it looks like.
The pathway's down.
Nice little pool here. This restores some health. Cool. And here we go.
Beginning descent.
Okay. This is kind of like a strategic map of where you are. Next region.
The Rim of Oceanus.
Rim of Oceanus. This is the next realm. Oceanus, kind of an in-between watery realm that touches all the oceans of the world and also the underworld. And here are lots of things to be broken, because that's fun.
Look who! Oh no.
Who do we have here?
You're a long way from the Crossroads trouble. So this is where the real action is, huh? Weren't you supposed to still be practicing?
Interesting. So I'm a long way from the Crossroads. We learned that Hecate is the witch of the Crossroads. So I guess I'm supposed to be, or I live in the Crossroads, as does Hecate. This individual has addressed me as Trouble with a capital T, suggesting what kind of entity I am. Her name is Eris, Strife Incarnate. She is basically, in Greek mythology, she's the manifestation of chaos and trouble, and not trouble with as I've been addressed, but of mischief, you could say, strife, as it says. Love her haircut. She is wielding, as you can see, a weapon that players of the first game will recognize as one of the weapons that Zagreus can use. Exogryph, the adamant rail, basically a gun. And she has one aspect of it, meaning that the weapon belonged to her at some point, as it does now, and molds itself to her personality. So that's probably not a good sign that she's holding this massive gun and barring my way. Let's continue the dialogue.
Things took a turn, Eris. You know how it goes. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some urgent business to attend to.
Always in such a rush. I'd really hate to slow you down. Though, let's hang out sometime, okay? Have a great night.
Oh, that's a relief. Okay. Don't have to fight her.
Oh, one last thing.
What did she do to me?
Oh, nuts. Okay. Of course she did something bad. Let's check out, if I look at my boons, I'll see this sitting here. Blessing, quote unquote, of strife. Your foes deal plus 20% damage and it grows each encounter. There are those who can inspire wrath and malice through no fault of their own. Kind of seems like this is her fault. All right, so this is obviously extremely debilitating. I'm going to be taking more and more and more and more damage. This is, folks, the game's way of slowing me down because it doesn't want me to get too far before I encounter the dialogues and the plot points that I should know before I get too far. So, yep, so this is going to guarantee that I don't get very far. Okay, let's deal with it. And in fact, I don't want to get very far. I want you to encounter the game as it should be encountered, not leap to the end. So in fact, I think I'm going to take a hint here. I'm going to take a hint here and allow myself to die in the next region, in the next room. Not because I want to, but because I want to make sure I don't go too far too fast. We appreciate the plot. As I said earlier, that's why I'm here. Help you all appreciate and admire what the writers have done. So let's take the hint and just kind of allow myself to perish in the next room. But first, pick up what Eris also left 20 ashes. That's nice. Thank you.
For my Arcana.
For my Arcana. And in fact, the room reward would be more ashes if I allowed myself to go further. But I'm not going to. So, here we go. I'm just going to stand here and take some punishment. Ouch. 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 Here, take that. Just because. Okay.
Return to Shadow now. Back already. Damn it.
Okay. So what has happened here? Well, I received the message time cannot be stopped. Interesting. And return to shadow now. So before I died at the very last second, I guess I fade into shadow. This is not what Zagreus, her brother, was able to do in the first game. He legit died each time and was returned to his starting place via the river Styx. Not so Melinoë. She's able to fade into the shadows, apparently. And I have rematerialized here. It looks like a summoning circle of some sorts. I guess I'm in the Crossroads, we learned from previous dialogue. Got a fun frog here. Let's confide in the frog.
You might like it down in Oceanus better than I do right now.
Okay, cool. Big frog. All right, walking down. What have we got here? Oh, nice little tent, it looks like. Bookcase, mat. Oh, boo. Okay. Here's a scary looking spirit, I guess, who wants to talk.
Who dares disturb my eternal rest? You trifle with powers far beyond your comprehension, witch.
That was pretty decent, right, Mel? Maybe pushing it. Calling you witch like that.
Okay. Dora, a listless shade who apparently has two guises, a scary, menacing spirit with a scary voice, and this playful, cute-looking one. So I guess we're on first name and even nickname basis. Mel, she calls me. Okay.
Solid haunting all in all, Dora. And I thought the witch part worked. But I'd better go. Something I have to do.
So she haunts things. Cool.
Then be gone.
All right, this is, I guess, my tent, my room. Melinoë's room, all right. Oh, look at this painting up here. I can brood. Well, who doesn't do that when given the opportunity? Let's try it.
This old unfinished painting. Don't look away. Don't forget all that the Titan took from you.
So I didn't want to talk over her voice. So if you want to look at it again, you can rewind the video. But what this is a picture of Hades, ultimately in the background. I am the little tiny baby. That's Melinoë. And my brother, Zagreus, here, the protagonist of the first game, standing next to our mother, Persephone, here. It's a little bit misleading. It kind of looks like these two are the parents of the baby, which is not the case. Older brother, mother, me. And an old unfinished painting. Okay. Let's continue. Oh, there's a little picture of, speaking of paintings, a little picture of the frog back in the other room. Can't do anything more with Dora. She disappears and appears. Nope, doesn't like me walking through her. Who would? So I'm going to exit the tent, move down.
Stand tall and show no weakness.
Okay, the Crossroads, as we thought. What do we have here?
There you are. Come here.
Okay, so a nice bubbly cauldron here, and pretty nice. And this is the Hecate, whom I defeated a little earlier, greeting me. Okay, wants to talk.
'Twas a worthwhile first attempt, Melinoë. I trust you'd have gone farther still had I not obstructed your path. Quite unsuccessfully, I concede.
I like her accent. This dialogue would be different if I had died before facing her, or falling to her. It would be different dialogue, but I can't show you every single permutation of every dialogue here, so we'll just take it as it comes.
You needed to ensure I was prepared, and I know there is much left to prove.
Just so. Trust well your instincts and your craft and continue the task. Death to Kronos.
Okay, so the task involves death to Kronos. Kronos sounds like a bad person.
Death to Kronos.
I can salute her. Let's try saluting.
Be well, headmistress.
And you, Melinoë.
She's quite tall. I can talk again. Let's try it.
This cauldron's filthy still, alas. But there's something at our altar you may use. And I've unsealed the silver pool as well.
Okay, so the cauldron's filthy, implying I cannot use it. There's an altar I can use and an unsealed silver pool. Interesting. I can talk yet again.
We shall await your safe return. May moonlight guide you.
And this is just default text. She's got nothing special, nothing more special to say. Love her hat, by the way. Love her guy. She is ripped. Look at those abs. My goodness. A lot of silver going on. You see a lot of references to silver in this game. The moonlight, the metal of the moon of witchcraft, as we'll learn. So she's practically coated in it. Awesome.
Thank you, headmistress.
Okay, flanked by these the same spirits she summons to help fight, but they are friendly to me now. So I can't use this. The command is grayed out when I try.
It's being purified.
Okay, as one does with cauldrons. Let's explore back up here. You can see I'm not wielding any weapons. There's no attacking or anything here, but I can still dash and sprint. Deep breath. Lovely little clearing here. Moss-grown stone statue of a deer, it looks like. Oh, what's this? Check. Okay.
The river's overflowed back there.
Okay, so no going that way at this time, at least. Got some nice frogs hanging out. Very nice sound effects throughout. Frogs and, nighttime effects. So it looks like we are in the Crossroads. Still seems to be a part of Erebus. It shares a lot of the terrain of the Erebus map. Okay, here we have a glowing circle. This denotes a point of interest for examination that gives you some background context. Let's do it.
The Crossroads, that haven hidden twixt the surface and the underworld, conceals those still loyal to Lord Hades, rightful ruler of the dead.
Those still loyal. Okay, so Hades has been deposed, I see, but some people are still loyal to him. Okay.
Together we'll retake my father's realm.
So Hades, the underworld, not the person, has been taken and captured by a foe, I suppose, by this Kronos person about whom the headmistress was speaking. So, okay, some pieces starting to come together here.
Okay.
All right, looks like a bridge or a pier that's going nowhere. Okay, coming down here, we see some glowy figures whom I can salute with this green dot indicating that. Let's salute them.
Hail, Shades. Our fight is just getting started.
We stand ready to fight for you, princess. Again, dying wish immortality. Yeah, well, a common one. So these are Shades. She addressed them as Shades. Shades is the game's name, again, for the undead souls remaining when mortals pass, populating the Crossroads, as we see, and other places. Oh, this is a very large woman. Okay.
Already hit a wall. Knocked your scrawny ass all the way back here. It's insane that she's sending you out on foot, all on your own.
Okay. That's not very polite. Scrawny ass. All right. Thanks. She's sending me out on foot, all on my own. I suppose she's talking about Hecate. This is Nemesis, Retribution Incarnate, heavily armored and armed, imposing woman here. Nemesis is the entity, sometimes goddess, sometimes not, depending on the tradition, of revenge, of retribution, as we see. She's fearsomely clad, and people who have played the first game may recognize the weapon she's holding. This is another of the weapons that Zagreus, the hero of the first game, can wield. This is Stygius, the blade of the Underworld, in the form of her aspect. The aspects of the weapon are things of weapons I'll be discussing later. So kind of neat continuity here. We see two of the weapons from the first game reappearing in the hands of NPCs here. All right, already hit a wall. So it seems like there's some animosity between Nemesis and Melinoë.
You're fortunate you have even this responsibility for all your questioning of orders and complaining.
Oh, what responsibility might that be?
Oh, shut up.
Okay, minces no words, this one. Interesting. Okay, who's here? Hail, all right.
Tell me you killed the bastard. Drove your staff into his wretched skull, slid a dagger in his gut. Not that he'd die from that. Works on mortals, though.
So this is Odysseus, or rather the shade, the spirit of Odysseus, because Odysseus was a mortal man. The hero of the Odyssey, of course, a source of many, many tales from the Greek mythological classics. And so I guess his shade abides here in the Underworld. And that's kind of a neat touch. In the first game, we had Achilles hanging around. The ghost of Achilles was there and could be talked to, of Orpheus as well. So big nods to classic mythological figures, not just the deities. Cool. So tell me you killed the bastard. Okay, what am I going to respond with?
Kronos, the Titan of Time, is vanquished, Odysseus. I have his head right here. At least, I wish I did.
So these two are on a joking footing relationship. So Kronos, the Titan of Time. Here is the full name and title of our foe, the Titan of Time. Okay. Controls time. He is a Titan. And I'll go ahead and say this because this is known to most people who know some Greek mythology, and the game kind of, it's not a spoiler. The game accounts for you knowing this ahead of time. Kronos is the father of Zeus and many of the mightiest Olympians. And so they did some bad things to him because he was a bad dude. So I'll say no more just now. Okay, so she's being sarcastic and joking.
Well, you'll get him next time, I reckon.
Oh, I can salute Odysseus. Let's do that.
Death to Kronos, sir.
You'll get him yet.
So I address him as Sir, even though I'm the princess of the Underworld. Zagreus was also, my brother in the first game, was also that courteous and nice to everyone around. Odysseus, as you perhaps saw from the title in the graphic earlier, beautiful artwork, by the way, as always, is the master tactician. So I guess he's planning out the things going on here. Perhaps that's why he's been brought to the Crossroads. Got some animals?
Hi, gang. Headmistress must have some important tasks for you.
Oh, doggy. Okay, this is blocked. Who is this? Okay, fans of the first game, players of the first game will immediately recognize this individual. Hypnos, the incarnation of sleep. Big figure in the first game. But here, who is asleep? Makes sense to me.
We'll find a way to wake you, O sleep. I promise.
Except that sleep seems to be problematic. Okay, he needs to be wakened, but cannot be done so. Need to be awakened, rather. Okay. Plot of land here. Little bridge. Oh, got a stone fountain with the face of Hades, Melinoë's father. I can salute.
What was forgotten shall be feared again.
Right on. Okay, got some things here. I guess this is where some food's being stored. All right, that kind of exhausts this area. Let's head down. Use the altar to grow stronger. That sounds like a good idea. Um, so you can see I've got my weapon equipped now here, and my stats, my hit points and magic are available here, so I can attack and stuff here. Okay.
My altar.
So this is the altar that Hecate referenced. I can meditate at it, and it's lovely, lovely artwork for this.
Headmistress lent me the Arcana.
Okay, the Arcana, an Arcana refers to a collection of a deck of cards, like the tarot deck, technically an Arcana. Okay, so we see some interesting stuff here. Some cards, this hand, grasp, a number up here. And so what's going on here? Let's go one thing at a time. I have one Arcana card that has been revealed to me, the Sorceress. It has a number 1 up here. And it is grayed out. I'm given the ability to unlock it, and in the center bottom, I can't scroll there, it immediately unclicks it, so I have to just direct you verbally. The middle bottom is the cost of unlocking it, 1 ash. This is why we have been collecting ash to unlock these cards. The effect of this when it is unlocked and activated is that my Omega moves are 20% faster. And I haven't even shown you Omega moves yet. I will very, very shortly. Okay, it's the only one I can unlock. You can see the others say I need to unlock an adjacent card to reveal it. So let's go ahead and spend 1 ash to unlock this.
The Sorceress.
Okay, gains color now and some flavor text. A lovely artwork. I'll probably say this 1,000 times throughout these videos, but the artwork here is just spectacular. Gorgeous, even more beautiful in my opinion than the first game. So left to her own devices, she learned to confront the world on her own terms. Whom could they be describing? I'm not going to spoil it yet, but someone will encounter. You'll see as it's unlocked, suddenly over to the right, this number here is now increased from 0 to 1, which means holding this card and its effects active costs 1 of what is called grasp. 1 grasp, and I have 10 that I can fill up. So that means I can, you see the others have numbers up here too. I can have active at one time a number of Arcana cards with values totaling 10 or less. And the way I increase my grasp, if you scroll over, is by spending Psyche. You see at the bottom center, which I have none of at the moment. Psyche 30 is needed to unlock greater grasp. So that's basically to enhance my magical abilities, to be able to juggle or hold in my mind, in myself, more Arcana card effects at once. So I cannot expand my grasp just yet. I'm stuck with 10, but so I'm using 1. And activating this one, or rather unlocking this one, opens up the ones around it. So I see here, this one costs 3 ash. You see in the bottom center, this one costs 3. I have 29 more to spend, so heck, let's go. This one, called the Wayward Sun, grants me 3 points of health, healing, I should say, restores 3 points of health after each location. Sweet. This one, the Furies, allows me to deal plus 20% damage to any foes in my casting circle. Pretty awesome. Both are great. Let's just start with this one. I'm going to unlock this, spending 3 ash.
The Wayward Sun.
The flavor text says, even the Underworld itself struggled to contain him, such was his lust for life. This is Zagreus, the hero of the first game. Wayward describes him very well. Can't get into it in this game. Cool. So you'll see now my total grasp over on the right is at 2 now. 1 for this one, 1 for this one. And now I've unlocked a few more. Let's check this one. The Huntress. Oh, I love this one very much. Love it, love it. For one of the 2 big play styles I use, but it costs 15 ash, as you can see down there. This one is open too. Persistence costs 10 ash. This one's good. I'm going to get it. While you have less than 100% magic, so all I have to do is use some magic and keep it that below 100%, and bam, suddenly I'm dealing plus 30% damage to both attack and special moves. So awesome, awesome, love this one. So I'm going to spend 15 ash to open it up, and it has 2 grasp are necessary to maintain it. Let's do it.
The Huntress.
And oh, my deck has grown larger. There's more than just those few. Through discipline and instinct comes surpassing skill, both in shadow and the light of the moon. We will learn who this is later. Whew, okay, so this one costs 25, Ash. Can't do that yet. This one costs 20. Can't do that yet. So I have, if I want to spend more, I have a choice between this and this. And I quite like this one. It's a passive buff. When you unlock it and keep it active, you just get permanent plus 20 to max health and plus 20 to max magic. And I like that. Just let's do it. So this one also costs 10 ash, of which I have 11, so good enough. And it will cost 2 grasp to maintain it once. And I'm doing fine. I've only got 4 out of 10, so no problems. Let's get it.
Persistence.
He stole from gods the gift of fire for mortals. Thus he suffered, but grew strong. Be learning a lot more about that one as the game continues. Okay, so I've only got 1 ash left, not enough to unlock anything else, but I've done some good things here. Suddenly I can use Omega moves more quickly. I'm going to restore health between locations, start with more health and magic, and if I can keep my magic below 100%, be dealing a great deal more damage. This is the way in which Hades 2, like Hades 1, is a rogue-like game. Okay, it's not pure roguelite. I'm sorry, I got to say that again. It is a roguelite game, not roguelike. And if you care, this refers to a very old game, Rogue, that was punishing in its difficulty. And each time you made an attempt, you were and failed, you were returned to square one, zero abilities whatsoever. Each and every one was done with basically your unbuffed, unaltered self. Games are called roguelike if they have this quality. Hades and Hades 2 are roguelite, and that they kind of have that. You return to square one. You don't get any of the boons that you had been bestowed with in the previous run, but you do gradually increase your power between runs a little bit, and this is the chief way. By collecting ash, bringing them back home, and unlocking Arcana cards, you do grow more powerful. So it's a combination of Rogue's playstyle and more traditional and more modern RPG playstyles where your character significantly grows steadily. Okay, so that's all I can do here. Awesome. I need to get Psyche pretty soon, though, because you want to be able to hold as many as you can. Let's exit, and next run attempt, we will have these working for us.
That'll do.
Okay, and you can see down below immediately, I've got 50 health now and 70 magic, buffed by that one Arcana card. Let's continue. Okay, we got some stuff here, something glowing here. Oh, and someone to talk to up here. Let's do talking first.
Disciples, attention.
Okay, so commander or leader of sorts. Let's see.
A battle lost. But this is war, young one, and you have many battles yet to come. The only question is, are you prepared to win? I'm not so sure here, so let's see you give me 20.
Schelemeus, the training master. Fans of the first game may recognize him as Skelly, who was also there to assist Zagreus in the first game. Here he's got a beard now, odd, skeleton to grow a beard, and some medals pinned on his chest for valor and services rendered, no doubt. Okay, so he wants to see if I've got what it takes. I need to give him 20 push-ups. Let's see.
Commander Schelemeus, sir, you're certain it's acceptable for me to strike you 20 times in front of all your students?
Oh, he doesn't want push-ups. He wants me to hit him 20 times.
Dead certain. Now hit me with everything you got.
As you will, sir.
Okay, so Schelemeus' function in this game is to be your practice training dummy to practice all your moves on. Just find out what your moves do, how much damage they do, in conjunction, how they operate, things like that. So you can see I'm hitting him, and my little mini quest here is to hit him 20 times, and this is all a listing of all the different attacks I can execute. I'll be running through them. Okay, so we can see here that my regular attack does 20, 20, 20, but if I click them in close succession, they come in trios. Check it out. 1, 2, 3. 20, 20, 25, 60. So that's a little combo. That is what is called the attack. Left mouse click for PC users. Can't tell you what it is on console or anything else because I don't have any. Playing on the laptop, by the way. Maybe one day I'll have money again for a PC, but being a father and a new mortgage and everything, yikes. So that's regular attack. Here we have a special attack. That's the ranged one. Right click on PC. And the right click, the special attack is stronger. You can.
Keep going.
Oops. Okay, so I fulfilled his request and hit him 20 times, but I can keep hitting him. So you can see the regular attack does 20, ranged attack, special, does 40, but there's no combo involved. And it's rather slow. Okay, I'm going as quickly as I can. Cool. So watch what happens when I kill him.
I shall return.
Forgive me, sir.
You see?
Cool. So he's immortal. He'll just stand there, let you beat on him. It's the game's way of letting you practice and learn about combat. So let's do that here. I've shown you regular. I've shown you special. And here's that casting circle again. Its chief function is to keep enemies rooted in spot, and it works on basically everyone except the bosses. The bosses are merely slowed. As you saw in my last run, you can gain a boon that will empower this to start dealing damage and stuff. But because I'm no longer in a run, I have lost my Olympian boons, and I'm returns to the standard ability here. Now let's talk about, and we can dash, okay, space for dashing. You can strike while dashing, that's called a dash strike. Okay, and you continue the dash, but do damage in the middle of it. So this is a way to sneak in an attack while moving quickly. Okay, now let's talk about omega attacks. If you press your attack ability and hold the button down, you saw what happened. I had a little meter grow. That's called focusing. And something big happened. Let's try it again. 160 damage. Pretty big. Okay. And it attacked both in front of me and behind me. That's called the omega attack. But each time you do it, it uses your magic up. You see I've been reduced down to 10. If I try it again, oops.
No use.
Not enough. It costs 20, as you can see above her head. So fortunately, the training area has this that allows me to restore my magic. So that's great. Let's do it.
Got all your magic back.
So we can keep practicing. So one more time. It strikes both in front of me and behind me. It does a ton of damage. Great, great. Now let's try the Omega Special. Each command has an Omega. So if I hold the special attack down, I will get this. And I can keep winding it up. I can aim it as I wish. And when I release it, this one only costs 10 magic. When I release it, a burst of 80 damage, and I believe it's area. It's a area attack. So it doesn't just affect him, it affects foes around him. Cool. So that's that. And now there's also finally an Omega cast, as you can see here. Not just a regular cast, but if I hold it down, it does damage when the cast expires. Let's check it out. Watch, watch, watch. Boom. 150. So you can use that as well. It still has its...
I swore an oath.
It still has its binding ability. Let's look at it again. But now it does damage when it expires in a big burst. Boom. Okay. These are training dummies too. Okay, so that's all we'll do. And this is with a staff, by the way, the staff weapon. Each weapon you get has different attacks, different omegas, different specials, etc., etc.
Magic's back to full.
Now let's appreciate the artwork here. Check this out. This game is gorgeous.
Death to Kronos. I'll see to that. No one is more prepared. Beyond the mists of Erebus, there should be a way down. Too risky heading through Elysium, and too risky to stay. All right, it's time.
Okay, we've just learned a lot. Okay, I'm going down. I'm trying to reach the Underworld. Instead of the first game, in which Zagreus was trying to go up, escape from the Underworld and up. This is the opposite. So I'm in the Crossroads, rather close to Erebus, and I need to head down. But as she says, we can't go through the traditional route, which would be through Elysium and then Asphodel and then Tartarus. These are all the regions of the Underworld, very familiar to players of the first game. I can't just do that. It's too dangerous, apparently. So thus the alternate route. And this artwork is just beautiful. I could sit here and watch this all day. This is the new moon, as we see. This graphic changes with the phase of the moon. Cool. There are various spots in each region where you can go and appreciate some artwork in that way. Okay, nothing over here. These are the disciples whom Schelemeus is training, apparently. Let's check out this pool here.
The arms of night are now at my disposal.
Okay.
Or shall be, soon enough.
So I see 4 weapons here, but 3 are unavailable with the red text, and I can see why. Unlocking them at the bottom left requires some silver, of which I have none. Silver and cinder. I've got 1 cinder, but not enough, and no silver. And then this one, a ton of silver. So I need more before I can unlock additional weapons in this silver pool. I'll talk about the text and the abilities at the appropriate time. So I have what's called the Witch's Staff. That's what we start with. Strike with a quick close range attack or long range specials and omega moves. Descura. Is it Descura or Descura? I'm not sure the quality of that phoneme. Sorry, language teacher, can't help it. Also called the Staff of Dusk, grows stronger in obscurity. Well, obscurity makes me think it might be Descura. Perhaps I'll learn later. So that is the formal name of the staff I've been using all along and will continue to use because none of these are available to me. Great. So when I go over here, I can't do anything. It's just, this is the silhouette of Descura. So nothing more to be done here. This case may look familiar to fans of the first game, but more later. Can't do anything yet. Got kind of a pentagram here. Some stuff, but nothing else. And here we see, okay, I can try to go up.
Sealed as always.
She's messing with that thing.
Ooh, yes, sir. Or I can go down. And this would return me to Erebus to try another run, which is called a run here. I think I'm going to end this video right now. And we'll pick it up with the next one, next run later. I think it's a trifle shorter than what standard videos are, but this is a nice place to stop. And this video can serve as an introduction to the game. So thank you so much for watching. I'm very, very new at this. If you have any constructive criticism or criticism, or maybe praise here or there, I don't know. Just let me know in the comments. I'd be glad to do things that are more beneficial to those watching and listening. Although again, I'm going to stick to my style of context, plot, and myth context. That's kind of my thing. I believe I'm supposed to say, if you like this channel, please click like and subscribe and all that business. So please go ahead and do that. But I'm really, really psyched to play more of this. I'll do as much as I can. So we're going to conclude this for now, and I'll see you soon, I hope. Bye, and thank you for watching.